Yes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How are we? I've just been cutting the grass because that's exactly what I want to be doing on a Sunday afternoon. So I'm slightly flustered. It's quite warm work. Look, I'm sweating. Unbelievable. Big up to each and every one of you. I'm here to ask the question. What's going on at Tottenham Hotspur? But before we do that, I just want to say thank you very much to absolutely everyone. Thank you. Honestly, I truly mean it. I see a lot of bad stuff written. I see a lot of people lies about what happens on YouTube, lying about algorithms, people who don't understand the YouTube algorithms, lying about not helping smaller channels, lying about this, that, the other. I'm going to tell you, I've worked bloody hard. I've worked bloody hard to get to this 20,000 subscribers, and it is a big thing. Maybe it's an ego thing. Maybe it's a vanity thing, but every YouTuber, when they start, doesn't think they're ever going to get to there. And then you get to there and can I get to there? So I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody. Yeah, we kind of go on about, I'll tell you what I can do is I can change my banner, can't I? Hang on, let's hide that banner. Let's hide that banner. We've got to change it now, haven't we? Road to, oh my God, what are we now? The road to 30K. The road to 25K subs. There we go. The road to 25K subs. There it is. The road to 25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. When all is said and done, it is just football, right? I say this all the time. It is just football. I know there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of vitriol, a lot of grown men saying they want other people beaten up, saying, calling people wankers and horrible pricks and all this kind of stuff. But it is just football when all is said and done. People going, oh, don't like this person. They're not a proper yid. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the qualifications are to be a proper yid anymore. Apparently, supporting them for 40 years, not a proper yid. Fine, that's fine. It is what it is. But you know what? Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate you. And do you know what? What I will say is, if I'm right in seeing that, Tweak has just gifted 20 Football Heritage TV memberships. Tweak. It's a lot of money, mate. That's a lot of money you've just spent on memberships. Wow. Absolutely wow. Really, really appreciate that. Let's have a look and see who they went to. Tweak. Wow. Why? I lost for words, to be honest, mate. Very, very generous. And those memberships went to Carlson, Foxy, Prasenjit, F Arsenal, 1983, Luddy 22, Moody Spur, You're on Mute, John Norman, Nick, Bob Down Under, Mets VR, Dope Boy Jr., Smithy, Steve, Brian Daigle, Don Hotspur, Daniel Breed, Hotspur Steve, True Say, The Ghoul, Geordie, Tune for Life. Wow. How very, very generous of you, Tweak. That is, thank you, man. I'll bring this back up in a bit because that is truly, truly, truly generous. By the way, Brian, if you're about, Brian, if you're about, feel free, jump on. This is very, very generous. Tweak, legend. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Let me get to some of your comments. And then we'll talk a little bit about Tottenham Hotspur. We'll do an hour. We'll have a chat for an hour. And then we've got the Spurs review tonight, where we have got on Lubo. We've got on Luke from Spotlight on Spurs. We've got Chris CC on as well. We've got Danny. We've got some characters. And we're going to be, we're going to be talking all things football. And Spurs are starting to frustrate the masses, aren't they? They're starting to. There's still those that still say, oh my God, you're so negative and pessimistic. And I'm sitting there going, are you not watching the same transfer window as me? Are we not watching this? Are we not seeing the same transfer window as each other? So apparently a lot of people are not seeing it, but we'll get into that in a minute. Big up to everyone. Big up to Dean Law. Hang on, let's see who's in here. Let's see who's in here. Wow, loads of people. Well, thank you for all the nice messages. Really appreciated. Big up to Marios Adiz. Big up to you, my man. Big up Tom Thacker. Here he is, Tony Rodriguez. This Lang couldn't sell a life jacket on the Titanic. Big up to you. Big up to Leon, Ryan, Kiri, thfck. Big up to you as well. Big up to Surfers Locker. Say congratulations, Savannah. Now let's have a massive Romano bomber during the show. Oh, mate. If ever a club needs a bomber from Romano, it's us, isn't it? It's gone really bad, hasn't it? I feel like we might be the worst club in the transfer window. I feel like we are moving terribly again. And Daniel Levy, Enoch, Vinay, whoever, Lang, whoever's in charge of this needs to go. Big up to Ryan G. Said good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well. And thank you very much for the well wishes. I won't be able to say hello to everyone, by the way, but big up to Cy Green. Thank you, Cy. Really appreciate that, my man. I hope you're well. Big up to Jackson. Been watching your stuff for years now, but only been vocal in the chats for the past month or so. Best Spurs creator out there. Listen, there's some brilliant Spurs creators. I'm definitely not the best Spurs creator. All I do is I just try and talk my truth. And apparently that means apparently that means people are going to like me or not. And that's all I can do. That's all I can do. Yeah, I watched him play. That boy can play, can't he? Bear with me 1 second. Oh, big up to Finn Rickwood. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. Thank you very much. My man, Ash. This is where my news comes from Ash. Say congrats on the 20K. Massively deserved. Top guy away from YouTube as well. I am quite nice away from YouTube, yeah. As well, and you graft your arse off. You could now feel the den. Me. I could now feel the den. Oh, one day we'll be able to feel Tottenham. Big up to Dom, who said, Sava, I didn't know what to think of you 6 months ago, but I do like you now for sure. Don't give the jealousy airtime or in your mind's time. Blank it out. Yeah, listen, I agree, man. I agree. It's funny. I just find the whole notion really funny. And have you noticed it's always the older men that seem to be making these attack videos? It's so weird. Like, it's not even the kids. I don't have any bother from any of the younger Spurs fans ever. It's always the older men that seem to have these massive issues. But big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. I didn't know what to make of me 6 months ago either. So, you know, we're kind of well in there. Listen, I won't be able to do all of them up as we will never actually talk football. Morgan Gibbs White, that video very much looked like a hostage video, didn't it? He was like, thanks to Mr. Marinakis, who's standing right next to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, we move on. I'm not even bothered that it's Gibbs White. I like Gibbs White, but my issue has never been about it being Gibbs White. It's, if we want a player, go and get him. As I keep saying, we don't have control over who we sign. I get that. But if for example, if it's Harvey Elliott, go and get him. If it's Jacob Ramsey, go and get him. We don't control that, who we sign, before we go, yeah, no, him. But if the club makes a decision, this is who we want, go and get him. Go and get them. And if there was anything about this football club, at all, if Daniel Levy, if Enoch, if Vinay, if any of them cared, this next week we'd see 2 or 3 come in and go and join the lads in Asia. Surely, if there was anything about us in any way, shape or form, then that is what Tottenham Hotspur would do. Surely to goodness we would do that. I bet you any money you like, we'll be sitting here next Sunday saying, oh, well, we've played a friendly. By then, would we have played 2 friendlies? I know we play on, yeah, we would have, right? We play Thursday, and then do we play Sunday, 31st, first? I think we play Thursday. Can anyone in the chat let me know? It's Thursday we play Arsenal? Is it Sunday that we then play the next game, which is what? Bayern, maybe? I mean, are we going to be sitting here next Sunday talking about pre-season friendlies and still no signings? Is that what we're going to do as a fan base? Just madness. Just madness. Big up, Ben. Thank you, Team Stewie. Where's Stewie? Stewie's outside. Stav, how much did these subs cost you? These ones were very well earned, my man. These ones are very well earned. Hey, thank you very much. Big up, Matty K. How was your trip? Are you back? Haven't seen you for ages. Big up to each and every one of you. MS said, why Levy hates doing good signings. Listen, I'm just confused now as to who is in charge? Who is in charge? Who is in charge of Tottenham right now? Is it Vinay? Is it Levy? Who's doing the transfers? Is it Vinay? Is it Levy? Is it Lang? I'm seeing fans blame Thomas Frank. My mind is blown how anyone is blaming Thomas Frank for the transfers. It is mind blown. Big up to Kate and to Jim. Definitely Kate. I've got 2 kisses in the daytime. Big up to you, Kate. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you very much. But who is to blame? Let me know in the chat right now. You can only pick one. You can only pick one. Is it Vinay? Is it Lang? Is it Ange? You can only pick one, right? You can only pick one. Who you putting most of your blame on? I'm guessing I know which one's going to come up. Yeah, go on then, Ben. Go on then, Ben. All right, you can jump on. Everyone likes a little dose of Ben, don't they? What's your name on my phone? How do I spell coffee lover? Just kidding. Just kidding. 1 second. Let's... where are we? There we go. And there we go. Who are we blaming? Who are we blaming, people? I mean, for years it's been drummed into us that it's all Levy. It's all Levy. Now we're being told, oh, it's Vinay. He did this at Arsenal. I just don't know. And the laugh is a nervous laugh, right? It's a nervous laugh because it's yet again another shit show of a window. It's another one where you're like, come on, we're a Champions League club. Come on. I'm not expecting the world. I'm not expecting Spurs to rival the big clubs for the big players, but I am expecting Spurs to do something within our means. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. You know this is coming. You know it. You know it. I know it. Everyone in here knows that we might not sign him, but the link will be there. Big up. Let me get some super chats done. Big up to Donna Cullen. Said 20k subs and 20k beats per minute is my heartbeat for you. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you? Thank you very much. Really appreciated. Thank you very much. PH Family said, let's get a super sticker train going to celebrate the 20k. Big up to you, my man. Really appreciate that. Thank you, PH Family. It's very much appreciated. Listen, I will be happy today with the 20k because Spurs have done nothing to make me happy. But you know what? But I'm going to be happy about this. Okay. Big up to you. Big up to Donna Cullen for coming back in and saying, well, Guam 7. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Big up to Paul Brown, who's gifted 5 memberships. Let's see who they went to. Those 5 memberships went to, my God, well done. Thanks, Paul. That's very generous. That went to Matty K, Pyramid Scheme, Kicks TV, Ant Kakarous, and Kate for the perfect match. Kate and Jimbo. Big up to you. Thank you very much, Paul. That is very, very generous. By the way, actually, I'll get to that in a second. Big up, Paul. Really appreciate it, my man. Very, very generous indeed. Archer said, congrats on the 20k. I try my best, my friend. Hey, it's going to be a long time to the next one, though, isn't it? It's a long old stretch now to the next one. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up. I'm guessing that's not 20 new ones from Tweak. He's already done 20. I'm guessing that's not 20 more. No, I was going to say that would be ridiculous. Big up to you. Let's just remind ourselves. Big up, Archer. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Big up, Tweak, for the earlier 20 memberships. Absolutely ridiculous. Very generous, Tweak. I wish I knew who you were so I could thank you, but thank you very much. Really appreciate that, my man. Big up to Cryptics. So congratulations on 20k subs, Sarah. Hit that like, people. Yeah. Hit that like if you'd like some signings. Big up to you. We'll bring Ben on in 2 seconds. Big up to you, Cryptics. Very generous. with the Norwegian Corona, I believe. Big up to you. We moved from some Norwegian Corona to some Swedish Corona. Big up Tony Rodriguez out there in Sweden. Thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate you. You've always been very generous to me since I think day one of the show. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Tony. Thank you. Matty K, thank you very much, Matty. How was... I can't remember where you went. Israel, maybe? I think you went on way on. He did. He did. How was it, Matty? Let me know. How are you? How was it? And when do you get these damn GCSE results, Matty? Let us know. We're all waiting with bated breath. Big up to you. Big up to Andy Lesto. So congrats, Sava. Well-deserved. It is well-deserved, isn't it? Should be 50 in my book, but we'll stick with 20 for the moment. Thank you very much, Andy. And Patrick, very, very generous indeed, saying $20 for 20K. Congratulations, Patrick. You are always ridiculously generous to me. So thank you very much to each and every one of you. Really appreciate you, Patrick. And also coming in late is Craig Scott, DJ General Tracks. Big up, DJ General Tracks. Thank you, my man. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you to all of you. Ben K, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm relaxing. I've just been for some retail therapy to get myself over the Spurs' awful transfer window so far. But we're back and we're chill out now. It's a good day. It's the first time on the channel with the new camera angle, so I don't know if it looks any good. But
I'm loving the Coke. But listen, we're both doing a bit of Coke.
I love Coke. Pause. I'm a big fan. Well, I love drinking Coca-Cola, not the other one.
Coca-Cola.
One. That one.
Ben, before we start on anything, Tottenham on tour. How many are we away from 10,000?
Very close. We are very close.
How many?
I've got to do the old. We are 398. 388 with 9,612. So do the math. Do the math.
550 of you in here. If you haven't, I'm sure many of you have. If you haven't,
there we go. We're doing it the Sava way. We're doing that.
Yeah. Please, if you haven't, please subscribe. Somebody put the link in. Ben can put the bloody link in. He's like the master moderator. Please hit the link and subscribe to these guys. They deserve to get to 10K ages ago. Ben, in not so good news, this is the Spursiest of Spursy transfer windows unfolding right before our eyes. We shouldn't be surprised, but we always are, because we always think, surely it can't be as bad as that one. It's a shit show, isn't it, mate? Isn't this an utter shit show?
It's one of those things. You said it rightly. It's not so much about that we didn't get Morgan Gibbs-White, which I'm both myself and, of course, Daigle is gutted because he is a massive fan of the player.
Yeah.
The player has got what he wanted. He gets to stay where he wants to be, probably. He gets a load more money. So he's going to be earning silly money. The problem with Tottenham is we've wasted 2 weeks of everyone's lives. We've got 6 days until we're in South Korea for the tour of Asia, and teams look a lot more accomplished. The big teams. This is why I went on my thing, Sava, the other day, and I was panned unanimously by Spurs fans, calling Spurs not acting like a big club, because maybe we don't act like a big club because we probably aren't one. Big clubs don't do this. Big clubs don't do one deal at a time. You've seen it with Liverpool. Multiple deals going on. Players coming in as well. Arsenal, multiple deals going in. Chelsea, multiple players going in. City, multiple players going in. They don't care if players are going out. They're getting their deck sorted for this. They're getting their deck sorted. Liverpool are selling Luis Diaz. I bet the moment that's gone through, they're either going for Rodrigo or they're going for Alexander Isak with that 75 million euros they're getting in from that transfer deal. This is what clubs do. Bits and bobs. They're letting the cash flow in whilst letting the cash flowing out. Whereas Tottenham seem to be incapable of doing multiple things at the same time, which is ridiculous. It's not like we have. If we're a big club, we should have a massive team of negotiators. Whilst we're looking at a midfielder, we should be talking to Bayern Munich of reducing how much they owe us for Harry Kane, bringing a Paulinia for 25 million euros. Do this. We should be able to do multiple deals at the same time. This is one of the things that Tottenham as a business are gargantuan. So we should have multiple people that can do deals at the same time. But it seems like we're a skeleton crew. It seems like one person doing everything, that's not how big clubs act, is it, Sava? That's not how big clubs act. But this is what we've got to do. We've got to dust ourselves off, find another player that's suitable for that number 8, number 10 position, and then moving forward.
Yeah, look, I do you know what? I feel like as well, we can sit here all we want and talk about, I want this player, that player, that player. I've said all along, right? I can't control that. Ben, you can't control which they come in. All I want to know is that if we've got targets, I keep saying Elliott's the one that's heavily linked. If you want Harvey Elliott, how difficult could a deal for Harvey Elliott be? Apparently, he's between 30 and 40 million pounds for a homegrown English guy. He's 22, captain of the England under-21s. He's a winner. He's won multiple leagues and trophies with Liverpool, right? How on earth?
His wages won't be crazy, Saba. His wages won't be crazy.
Exactly. How on earth can we not seem to get these deals done? And if we do want these players, how are we not moving for them before we're travelling to? Because they fly tonight, right? If I'm not wrong. Can't we fly tonight out to
Are we flying tonight? I thought it was 6 days. I thought it was 6 days, but
no, we play on Thursday.
I don't know, Sava.
I think we fly tonight, mate. I think we fly tonight, and then we play Arsenal on Thursday, and then we've got, I want to say, Bayern Munich Sunday. I think I might have lied about that bit, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Mate, I've never known a team be so bad in transfers. Like we're always so bad. Even when we hit release clauses, we can't get it right.
If the player really wants to come to Spurs, Sava, he would have pushed his way out the club. It's a typical situation that a player wants more money and he's used us. A player wants more money, and it happens in football. It's happened on many situations. But we've got to sort out our recruitment. We should have known 2 weeks ago the player didn't really want to come to Spurs. We should have known 2 weeks ago, because if he really wanted to come to Spurs, he would have pushed his way out the door for that release clause. It's silly. It's really silly now. Move on. Let's get the next player. Hopefully, I expect 2 players signed by tomorrow. I expect it now, because they've wasted 2 weeks of our lives, and now they've gotten everyone on edge. Everyone's gearing up to go at each other again. It's just really, really silly.
It is. It's just. I mean, look. But by the way, like I'm not saying it is going to be Harvey Elliott. I feel like the next 2 names we're seeing a lot are Jacob Ramsey and Harvey Elliott. Right. That's clearly we're going for a homegrown profile. Both of them fit that mold. I'm shocked still, though, that I'm seeing so many people already blaming Frank for these things. Like I'm seeing Thomas Frank being blamed for not the outgoings and the incomings, and it's like, this guy must be frustrated already. Frank must be. I know he's never going to say it public, but he must be frustrated.
It's definitely not his fault. This is one of the reasons I liked. One of the things when Thomas Frank joined, he didn't want anything to do with transfers, except for maybe some input into the types of players that he needed for his squad. The 4-barrel goes on the transfer team. It goes on all of them. It goes on the entire board. The entire board are to blame for this, because whatever manager's in the door, these mistakes always happen. The blame is full at the doors of Langer. I think Langer's shown to be absolutely awful. I think Langer is proven to be someone that can only deal with nursery children in terms of players. We need a proper
I don't believe he done kudos. I don't believe he done kudos.
We need a proper director of football. We seem to have one who's good at one thing, or what we can't have one that's good at everything. We need a better director of football, and it's got to change. Or multiple directors of football, because it seems that Paratici was good at one thing, bringing in older players, and good at getting players out the door on obligations, players like Højbjerg, and Langer's good at bringing in children. We need someone that can do everything. We can't have this, it's one or the other. No, that's not. If you're a director of football, you should be able to do both.
Yeah. By the way, just quickly, toxic headshot. I think you're missing the point slightly. I don't think most are losing their minds over it being Gibbs White. It's more about the situation. It's more about this since that day was, I believe it's 17, 18 days ago since we got the here we go, right?
Yeah.
And it just feels toxic headshot. It feels like someone pressed a massive pause button on Spurs 18 days ago. And we're all sitting here going, what's going on? In that time, I'm seeing Sunderland sign 2-3 players. Arsenal are signing, all their how many of Arsenal's targets have they not got over the line?
None of them.
It may have taken them some time. Zubamendi, done. Gyökeres, done. Norgard, done. Mosquera, done. Kepa,
Madueke for the door as well.
Madueke, done. We're sitting here for 18 days, toxic headshot, going, well, what's happening? Sorry, was Kudus just a sweetener to say, well, this is as good as it gets? Be grateful, Spurs fans. This is all you're getting. We do this every summer, which is the frustrating thing, Ben. Is this summer worse because of the interview? Is it worse because of the PR stunt?
Yeah, it is. It is. Brian Daigle's calling me. I need to message Brian Daigle. Wait, custom. Sorry, Daigle.
Go away, Brian Daigle. We're live.
Come on the show. Come on the show,
but send him the link. I'll send him the link.
Send him the link. But yeah, it is worse because of that whole spiel of we want to win the Champions League. No one believed that Spurs actually want to win the Champions League. No one believes that Spurs want to win the Premier League because actions are louder than words. Actions are louder than words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've just got they've got to prove that they want to do it. They've got to prove that they want to be serious, because until they show that they want to be serious, they're not going to be serious.
It's just frustrating. And you know what? I think, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I remember people going, oh, there's loads of time. Don't worry. We panic. But every day that seems to pass by now, surely the panic gets just a little bit more and a little bit more. And the time that Thomas Frank has with any new players becomes a little bit less and a little bit less. And before you know it, the season started. We bring in someone on deadline day or the last week. Frank's had no time with them in pre-season. And then we wonder why they don't hit the ground running.
Indeed. It's so simple. The thing is, we did have loads of time. We brought in Kudus at the perfect time. But you've got to keep doing it. You've got to keep doing it. And there are so many players that we could easily get through the door. Like, you might not want him, some people. Jack Grealish. We could easily get Jack Grealish through the door tomorrow. Could easily get him through the door tomorrow. Get it done.
We've got half a fan base that don't think Jack Grealish is good enough for Tottenham. Let that sink in, Ben.
Oh, everyone's good enough for Tottenham at this rate with our selection of left wingers at the moment. So you're good enough for the left wing at Spurs at the moment, Sava. Our three left wingers at the moment are not good enough.
Yeah. Peter, I don't think there's any chance of Jashari. I saw that Milan went back in this morning with another bid, didn't they, for 33 million euros. I believe that they'll get that done. I mean, Arden Jashari would be a brilliant midfielder for Spurs, but I just can't see it. I just can't see it happening. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're getting that. But yeah, look, everyone's saying that that we are flying out tonight. Apparently, we're flying out sort of nowish, like late afternoon. And we're traveling out with a young centre half from Japan who's never played in Europe.
Yeah.
I can't see that he's going to be first team, at least to begin with. We're traveling out with Dan So and Tell, who were here last year. So, without sounding like a sport brat, no excitement there for me. And we're traveling out with Kudus. Kudus is the one player for me in the friendlies that I'm looking at and going, that one bit of class. It's got that. He's the one player, Ben, with that bit of quality in his feet.
Yeah.
He's got that bit of something where you go, yeah, you can play. And he must be looking around going, God, are we going to sign better players than this? Surely.
Yeah.
He may as well have stayed at West Ham at this rate. Indeed.
I'm not one of those people. I'd love a Jack Grealish at the club. I'd love to have Grealish. If we started out with our front three being Grealish, Solanke and Kudus, I'm actually happy going into the season because it got a bit of everything. You've got Solanke that's going to do the dog work in terms of pressing people, being aggressive. You've got Grealish who's going to win the fouls with the ball, but is a good ball carrier. And you've got Kudus with that bit of trickery that can take people on. I like Ed Mancunian. I do like James McAtee as well. But again, he's a younger... I like James McAtee as a player. James McAtee is a good player. Just something different. Grealish is a Spurs-type player, and I think he'd be very, very good at Spurs. And it would... I think that would be a deal. I think that would be a deal that would be easily to do, personally.
Yeah, I agree. Look, by the way, when we talk about these players, there are so many players across Europe. I was having a chat this morning with Perchy, and we said, isn't it funny, right? When you look at how Leeds are scouting, right? Everton have gone in for Malik Fofana of Lyon. He's better than anything we've got on our left wing. How is no one at Spurs looking at him or Pashal of Feyenoord? How is no one looking at these wingers that Everton and Leeds are looking at and going, actually, that would be a good move for us? We just don't seem to be able to find these gems. We don't seem to be able to find them. We find kids. At the moment, we find kids or players that no one else wants. We don't seem to find those gems that are up and coming. I don't mean 18. I mean, like, people like Pashal, But it's so frustrating, isn't it, mate? It's so frustrating.
It is, Savra. We just make it so... I've heard a rumour that Spurs only have like 6 scouts. It's something bonkers. And the way we scout players, you think that's true, how slowly we scout players.
The noise is coming from your computer.
Just a sec, Savra. This is the other half.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, it's just, guys and girls, give me some names of players that people would want at this stage, right? We started the window, didn't we, by talking about Wissa and Semenyo and Mbuemo and Gibbs White. None of these are happening. What names are we going to go for? Is this going to be some underwhelming couple of transfers to come in to just show that they tried? Is that what we're going to do now? Is that what Spurs are going to do now? We're going to do a usual, oh, look, we tried. It wasn't our fault that we tried to get Gibbs White in, because I gave them grace for 2 weeks of the Gibbs White thing. 2 weeks grace. That's gone 4 days ago now. What are we doing? Now, what are we doing? Because now there is no grace. Now there is no, well, it's not our fault, this happened, that happened. But where are the signings? Where are these signings? Greg, completely agree with you. This league, I think, is going to turn into a big four. I think it's going to turn into a big four back again like it used to be. The top 4 clubs are pulling away in a ridiculous manner. You look at Chelsea at the moment, Hato, Simmons, like, they've already done 3 or 4 transfers. They're going after those 2 now. They're going to get those 2 over the line. Chelsea will get them over the line, right? Arsenal. It's what, 6 signings I think they're up to? Some squad players and some first team players. City, they went early, didn't they? already had a good squad, but City have gone early, and I fully expect City to come back into the market. I fully expect that Man City have not finished in the transfer market. Then you look at Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool are not signing a single squad player. Everyone they're signing is boom, ready to go. But that four are pulling away. And at the moment, Newcastle, Villa, Spurs, Man United being left far, far behind, Ben. Really far behind.
Yeah, those top four are going to be the top four this year, aren't they? And they were already very, very good teams. It's just going to be a better. They might as well give out another Premier League trophy at this rate. You have the top four might as well just be in their own competition.
Agreed.
Because they're going to be miles away, and then you give a trophy to the best of the rest, whoever finishes fifth. And no one's doing anything, and it's really weird that no one's doing anything. And we just hope that can change in the next 2 days or so.
Do you know the thing is, what I'll at least say is at least Newcastle have tried. At least Newcastle have tried, but again, Newcastle are coming up against bigger clubs for their targets. You look, they went in for Trafford, lost out to City. They went in for Pedro, lost out to Chelsea. They went into Ekatike. They've lost out to Liverpool, right? At least they're trying. At least they are putting in bids, and we're sitting here going, twiddle, 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 twiddle. And if Newcastle do sell Isak, by the way, we can all laugh, but Newcastle are going to be sitting there with a 250 million transfer kitty ready to go.
Sure.
Right? And they will get
the PSR look very good with how much money we know Newcastle have. Newcastle would go bigger if they were allowed to spend the money they've actually got, but because of PSR, they have to be a bit more lenient. Newcastle are ready to go, and they've got a structure that's been in place for a couple of years now. So all they've got to do is scout the right player to go into that system, and it's go ahead. I know losing Isak's going to be Isak's for me is the second best striker in the league at the moment. So losing him is going to be it's gutting for them. But I think they will have something to go.
The thing is, I said this morning, like with Newcastle, I get that the uproar. Oh my God, Isak's going, but Ben, everyone gets bored of hearing me say this. There is a food chain in football, and clubs like us, clubs like Newcastle, we are aware that we lose our best players, and Newcastle will. I think they'll lick their wounds. Their fans will be really upset. But then when you get that 150 million plus whatever they've already got in their kitty, and you see they get Sesko, Wissa, a couple of other players in, suddenly it's not so bad. Suddenly they've got rid of Isak, bought in 3 or 4 players, and the squad's a bit stronger for the Champions League. But I admire them for trying. I'm looking at Spurs going, are we trying? Do we care? Is this... Why did we bother winning the Europa League? What was the point? What was the point?
If we go into the Champions League with this squad, we're not going past the first round. We might depends on the draw though. We don't know we could be very, very lucky with our draw. We could be very, very lucky and we pull some games out the bag. We've got to strengthen, and we've got to strengthen now. We have to strengthen, and I just don't see where it's going to come from at this rate. We really need to get it done.
Yeah. Total Spurs. I mean, when people like this say this, I mean, I'm live every day talking about players that I'd like. I think there's loads of good players out there, like I can never say his name, De Ketelaere. I think he's a brilliant footballer. I like Harvey Elliott. I like Edison. I like Frendrup. I like Paulinho. You know, I like Malik Fofana. I think there's players everywhere. I like Calamundo, by the way, as a forward option. There are players all over Europe. Sod that. There are players all over the world.
It's not just that, Sarah. There are players all over England we could get. We can get players from England. Someone said Matoma. We could get Matoma. Matoma would join Spurs. Yeah, they probably want a pretty penny for him. I reckon we could get Matoma. We could get... There's a few players. Harvey Elliott's a good one. I think Harvey Elliott would go straight into our team. I don't know where he would fit in, but I think he's got enough quality and enough flexibility to be able to get into that Spurs team. There are players in France. We can quite the guy I can never remember his name, Ademola Lookman. We could have had Ademola Lookman before he went to Inter. We could have had him quite easily. Have got him, but we're so slow in the window, and we've always been like this.
Yeah. But you said what you said. Leeds are going in for Igor Pashal, who's not a lesser player. He's better than anything we've got on our wings. I don't understand when we say this. Interesting viewpoint, but look, lots of people still talking about Eze. I gave up on the idea of Eze a month ago when he started talking about Arsenal in an interview, right? Like that kind of told me where we're at. I think Eze will be one that would have to be very opportunistic if Arsenal can't raise funds. That's what I think that would have to be for Eze.
Yeah, if they can't sell Trossard, if they can't sell Martinelli, if they can't sell... I think they want Kivior out the door as well. I think Kivior might be going out the door. They've got 3 or 4 players that they really need to get rid of because they've lost a few players on freeze recently. Just don't really know. Eze is one... I don't even think it's opportunistic, Sava. I think the only way we can get an Eze is if we panic, pay multiple millions over the release fee, and we give him idiotic money. I'm talking 250, 300k a week. That's the only way we can tempt a player like that, because I think he's got his heart set on going back to the club he started at. Spurs don't operate like this.
No, this is the problem. And by the way, listen, lots of names being thrown around. Look, sorry, that I did. Where was that comment? Yeah, listen, Matoma. Spurs should be able to get a Matoma. Should be able to get a Grealish. We should be able to get a Wissa. Gallagher. We should be able to get him. Yeah. Atletico Madrid are buying players left, right, and centre. Should be able to. Eze. I think the Arsenal caveat is there. Ramsey should be able to get a Ramsey. Perky, on the whole, I don't disagree with you. I just don't know what we're doing. I don't feel like there's a plan.
I think Conor Gallagher is definitely gettable now. He wasn't gettable when he was Chelsea's captain.
Agreed.
I think he's gettable now. If you put in a 55, 60 million pound bid for Conor Gallagher, I think Atletico would be willing to sell because they are buying in players. 55, 60. It just depends on how you convince the player to go to Spurs. But that's a deal that can be done.
Yeah, by the way, for anyone who didn't see the news this morning from Ben Jacobs, he said that regarding Wissa, that Newcastle have been told it's 50 million or F off, basically. To put it bluntly, it's literally pay the 50 or not. I can't see Daniel Levy paying 50 million for a guy that's going to be 29 next month. Next month or September, whatever it is. Listen, I'm a fan. I don't care. Pay it. Get me. I think we need a Wissa option up top. I think we need that. I think if I had Wissa anywhere in my forward line, I'd be really happy. I can't see Spurs paying 50 million to make that happen. what do you reckon, Ben? You see it?
He's too old for that money. I think there are younger strikers around that are better or as good or if not more coachable than Wissa at the moment at 29 years of age. Brentford don't need the money, do they? They don't need the money. They've lost a few of their players over the years. A player that might be gettable for less money than that. If you're going for 50 million, I don't know how much Villa want for Ollie Watkins, but he's a similar age, and I would say he's more capable at the moment than I think it would cost about the same money to get someone like an Ollie Watkins who is homegrown. So that would be more of a sweetener for Spurs because we desperately need homegrown players. But 50 million for Wissa, who doesn't add that homegrown thing, it's just not going to happen, is it? And I think Brentford know if they sell any more players, they've got a worry of being out. They could be relegated. If they lost their manager, they've lost a few players, they've lost in Burmo, they can't sell that many more players without looking, oh God, we could be in a relegation scrap here. They don't want that.
Yeah, it's tough, you know. Listen, I'm all for sticking up for the board and leaving that when people ask for unrealistic things. I am, you know me, Ben. I am. When people start talking about, oh, we should have rivaled Liverpool for verts and stuff like that.
no, never going to happen.
We're not talking about those players. We're talking about good, solid, professional footballers. And you're right. If Ollie Watkins is available, for example, I'd love that to happen. Ollie Watkins changes the dynamic of our football team. He's a goal scorer. He's pacey. He gets in behind. You know, he's lively. Gets his shots away.
Strong.
Good runner. But, you know, even like Calamundo, from I always get the French clubs mixed up. Rennes, isn't it? Rennes?
Yeah, Rennes, yeah.
Rennes. Quick, diminutive, scores goals. Every year he's getting more and more goals. You look at it, think, 25, 30 million euros. I genuinely don't know what the scouting setup is. I don't know what is taking so much time. I don't get it at all. Surely, Ben, no one is looking at this squad, no one, and going, that's fine for Champions League football. Surely.
I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. That Super Cup game in a few weeks is starting to get a bit worrying. Worrying. It's starting to get a bit worrying. I'm okay to lose to PSG. They're the best side in the world, even though they didn't win the World Club Cup. They are they could absolutely ruin us, which would not be good for the general psyche of the team to get hammered like that in the Super Cup. We've really got to buy some players in.
Yeah. I completely agree. By the way, another player that just makes complete sense to me, Mikatadze. Mikatadze at Lyon. I mean, what are we doing here? This is a club in financial trouble.
Yeah.
This is a club, and this guy's good. This guy's really good. Can play left, can play centrally. He's got a bit of dynamism.
Really good players, don't they? I like Tagliafico as a backup left back. I like Tagliafico. I think he's all right. I think Tagliafico's all right. I don't know Mikatadze that well. I don't watch that many Lyon games. I'll have to watch some clips, but there are loads of players we could get. Of course, it's more of a worry for us that we need to get rid of some of the foreign players and we need more homegrown players in. Our squad control has not been great and we do need some more English players.
Yeah, it's, I mean, when people like Ronnie and saying Javier, really, come on, guys. I don't think people are understanding how poor our squad is. I genuinely, I don't understand what are we saying no to? I was watching him for the under-21s. Obviously, we've seen him for years at Liverpool. Watching him for the under-21s. He's everything we've not got. He's got that little bit of bite. He's got that agility. He likes to drift into different pockets of space with the ball. He likes the fight. He likes a bit of ag. He's got, and yet we got fans like this going, Harvey Elliott, really? I mean, I think this boy walks into our team, Ronnie. I think he walks into our football team. We just watched 2 friendlies where other than Kudus, yes, Maddison was out, but other than Kudus, I'm looking at all these players going, I don't care if I never see you play again. And we're turning our noses up at people like Harvey Elliott. I think we're very entitled at this stage. Very.
Oh, we are. We're 17th for a reason. We need better footballers. I like Harvey Elliott as a player. He can play on the right wing. He can play in midfield. He can play anywhere across that midfield area because he's that talented. He's a leadership candidate in the future because he's under 21. Someone like a Thomas Frank with a Harvey Elliott can coach him even better than he's been coached before. And he has that bite. He could drift into that leadership team in about 2-3 years when he becomes more of an adult. I think it fits everything. Everything about the club seems that it would work, Harvey Elliott, and the money wouldn't be crazy if they're willing to get rid of him.
The thing is as well, the thing for me, every box can be ticked with Harvey Elliott. Young, yes, and experienced at the same time. This is the thing about it. Young and experienced, tick. English, homegrown, tick. He used to live in London, tick. Right, knows the Premier League, tick. England under 21 captain, tick. Can play in multiple positions, tick. 35 million quid, tick. I want more Harvey Elliott's in the squad. I want players like this. Yeah. I want players that we can go, Elliott's playing today. Kulu's playing today. Madison's playing today. You just got some different bits of the puzzle, you know, and I don't understand. I don't understand what we think we're going to get at this stage.
I just don't know what Spurs are playing at, really. I don't know if they're taking a day off today. They shouldn't be taking a day off after the embarrassment of yesterday evening. They should all be in the office making stuff happen. Other clubs are making things happen. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. We've got to do it now.
Yeah, and Alex, this is what I mean. Look at some of these players across Europe. Look at some of these players across Europe. How much is Mikatadze? How much is Openda? How much is Calamundo? You know what I mean? There's players all over Europe, and yet we just don't seem to be able to scout. We don't seem to be able to bring them in. When was the last signing you looked at that wasn't in the Premier League and you went, oh, that's a bit tasty? I don't mean like, it doesn't have to be like a Florian Wirtz, but you know when you went, oh, I like that. That's different. I can't remember.
Well, apart from the Kudus deal, which we both like. I like the Kudus deal.
No, I said outside the Premier League.
Outside. Oh, okay. For Spurs, I couldn't name one.
You know, we went for Dragashin, who we knew wasn't going to start. We've gone for Danso, who we knew wasn't going to start. We've gone for Takai, who we know won't start. Bergvall was an 18-year-old kid, right? Yeah. From abroad. Who else is coming from abroad? We've gone for Yang.
Romero came from, of course, Atalanta, which you felt, okay.
How long ago was that? 4 years?
Yeah, a long time ago. Like, we have to sign a player like a Douglas Luiz as well, I think. I think a Douglas Luiz would go into the team and you're thinking, yeah, Douglas Luiz does everything Bentancur can do. But I think Douglas Luiz is probably a more consistent footballer and he's better in bigger games.
Better athlete as well.
Better athlete as well. I think Bentancur was a good athlete, but he's had too many really nasty injuries for that to really help him. I think Douglas Luiz would be better than Bentancur, and I think he's got better passing range than Bentancur. As much as I quite like, I think Douglas Luiz, good signing. Juventus need to sell some players. I think that'd be a good move for us. I think Douglas Luiz would go straight into our midfield. And I think, yeah.
Can I tell you the worrying thing about this comment, D&B? Big up to you, my man. Hope you're well. Is how can this be so right and so wrong all at the same time? Is we are looking very short in attacking positions whilst we have loads of attackers. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got over those games, you look at the players we saw yesterday in forward areas, right? So in the first game, you've seen Son, Richie and Odegaard, none of which I want anywhere near a first 11 anymore, right? The second game, you've seen Tell, Kudus and Johnson. The only one I want to see in 11, if I'm brutally honest, is Kudus. Then we've seen Mikey Moore play. Not ready for it.
Not ready at all.
We've seen Donnelly. I don't think is quite good enough. Only my opinion, right? So I've just mentioned 8 footballers there. Now you add Dominic Solanke to that mix. That's 9. Now you add Brian Hill. That's 10. Now add Manor Solomon. That's 11. Add Kulu and Madison. That's 13 attacking midfielders, wide forwards and strikers. Now add Lancashire is 14. Now add Scarlett, 15, right? This is utterly, utterly crazy. We've got 15 forward options. Kulu, Madison and Kudus are the only 3 that I go, yeah, I don't mind seeing any of you 3 in the first 11.
Richie, 16. You forgot Richarlison.
No, I said him in the first 3.
You said Richarlison.
I said Richie, Son, and okay. So 15 forwards. From that, Kulu, Madison, Kudus. The rest, I could quite happily say, see you later, lads. Don't care. That is where we're at. That is where we're at. Yang. Did I say Yang?
No, you didn't say Yang.
16 forward players, and we are, as D&B says, short. That is
unbelievable, isn't it?
Mental.
It's really funny because you see bits of. I saw bits of because I was watching both games yesterday. I see bits of Odegaard and I think, okay, you've got a bit. I saw a bit more from what I've seen of Odegaard, but you're thinking he's not good enough yet. Send him on loan. Tell again is another one. You think send him on loan, and we've only just signed him. You're thinking these players are not good enough yet. They might be good enough in a few years when because they are younger players. I don't see it from them now. I don't know. I really don't know. But we've got to get some new forwards in. We've got to get some new forwards in.
Absolutely. And as Ash said, look, do you know what, Ash? The funny thing about this, if I just remove Stiller just because Paulinho is the one that's been linked, not one of those should be undoable for Tottenham, Ash. And I know we talked about this on WhatsApp, Ash, this morning, but why on earth can Grealish? You could do a loan deal. Elliot, 30 million, 40 million. Mikatadze, 30 million euros. Paulinho, 30 million euros. That's 100 million for those four. 100 million. Suddenly you've got Grealish on. You could have Grealish and Mikatadze because Grealish can play in the 10. Grealish, Mikatadze, and Kudus if Maddison's out. Or Mikatadze up front, Grealish on the left, Maddison in the hole and Kudus. Now all of a sudden, now Paulinho is your holding midfielder. All of a sudden, look how that has revolutionised our team. And this isn't, none of these are world class. None of these are at the stage where you go, oh, we'll never get them. That's a pipe dream. This is, how do we make it look so bloody difficult?
I think Spurs fans think above their station a lot of the time. I think Spurs as a club think above their station. Because I don't think we need that many world beaters in the team, Sava. We've had this conversation many a time. Spurs need a bit of fried bread. That's what we need. We need stuff that's going to mop. We need bread and butter, simple footballers that go in the team and you think, yeah, that works. We need building blocks because I think we've got a few players that can do a job. We've shown that in knockout football, we can win games of football and win a trophy, winning games of football with some of the players we've got. But what we don't have is the hard workers that sort of grab the game and like tick us over in games that we don't have to play that well, but we win 1-0. We don't have those sort of solid players that give you that 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 every single week. That's what we need. We've got too many players that are either brilliant or they're shit.
Yeah.
We've got too many of those players. We need players, Harvey Elliott's going to give you 7 out of 10 every single week. Paulinho is going to give you a 7 out of 10 every week. We need those sorts of players rather than, Maddison could be a 9 out of 10 one game, but the next game he could be invisible. Or Johnson, I actually quite like Brennan Johnson as a striker, not as a right winger, which is what I think he should be. Anyway, we've had this conversation millions of times, so moving on. He's either brilliant and scores a goal, or he's anonymous. We need more players. Okay, solid. You know they're going to get a performance. You know you're going to turn up at White Hart Lane. They're going to put in a performance. You need more of those players. Need some bread and butter footballers.
No, absolutely. And by the way, I mean, someone said, I thought, I like what people are doing now, that the mental gymnastics of, so it wasn't Ange's fault. Well, listen, it was Ange's fault we finished 17th. I've got no doubt Thomas Frank will have us higher up the table massively. But last year, guys and girls, we had the Europa League to fall back on midweek. This year, we've got Champions League. It's as the club goes into bigger competitions, you've got to buy better players. That's just the basics of football, right? People talking about Paqueta, mate. I can't imagine Spurs are going to go back to West Ham and get another one. Can you imagine the West Ham fans? Can you imagine if we took 2 of their best players in one window? Can't see it, SSJ. I can't see it. But it's looking dark, Ben. It's looking dark at Spurs at the moment. And I feel like the fans deserve some good news.
We do.
They deserve some feel-good factor.
We've needed that for many years. We've needed some feel-good factor. We've needed that for many years, and the club doesn't want to give it to us. They still want us to struggle. They still want us to struggle. It's character building. It is character building. But yes, this is what the club has done to us over many, many years.
But this is what we do. See, so Madsy. Okay, so let me ask this. So I'm being incredibly harsh on Tell and Odegaard, and Solanke won us the Europa. Only here 1 year. Johnson as a super sub. Right. Okay, so I'm being harsh on Tell, Odegaard, Solanke, and Johnson. Cool. So you don't want any forward signings then? Like, I don't know what we're doing here. If anyone is looking at Tell, Odegaard, Solanke, and Johnson and thinks that those four should be playing in a Champions League team, I truly worry. Oh, what are we doing?
Like, none of those lot. Like, remember Harry Redknapp's first Champions League team? None of those get in Harry Redknapp's first Champions League team. None of those get in that team. Go through those options. Bale, Defoe, Robbie Keane when he rejoined, Aaron Lennon. Who else was in the Spurs forward team? Peter Crouch. Yeah. None of those players get in that. And none of those players get in that five that Harry Redknapp had. We have regressed so much. None of those get in Poch's Champions League team. None of them.
Yeah, look, and do you know what? Yes, yeah, Don Hotspur. This is the frustrating thing that Spurs go and drop 40 million on Tell. Apparently, Matoma's at 50 million euros. Like, you know, when you think, who pulled the plug? Who pulled the lever on that so early in the window? Who in our transfer team or director of football, whoever it was, said this is the best left-sided player we can get in the whole of football? Who made that deal? That's where my problem is, Don Hotspur, with it. Who made that deal? That's where I'm at with it, Ben. I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
So frustrated. And listen, this isn't on Frank, right? I'm not frustrated at Frank. People go, oh, you're frustrated. Not at Frank. Frank's going to have to work double time to get this slot higher up the table, right? I don't think the squad's as bad as 17th. I do think it's a top half squad, but there will be people going, oh, we've got to be fourth, got to be fifth. We're miles off that at the moment. We are miles off it. Only falls in Tottenham. Come on, mate. How long we supported Spurs? How long? If every year, Ben, I had £1 for these people that go, window's not shut yet. And only fools. I'll tell you what. The only way they shut us up is by proving to us. Shut us up. Go out there this week, get Paulinho, Elliott, and Grealish, just for example. Go out there, bring those three in, and we go, oh, all right. Now we've got options.
Bring those three in. We're like thinking, you know what? This might be all right. This might be all right. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least we tried. At least we tried. Just try. Dare to do. Dare to do.
Pick up my man, Nige. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Lovely to see you last week. Said Elliott is a classy footballer. Different to Gibbs White, but very nice on the eye. Just needs a club where he's the man. Listen, I think this guy, at such a young age went to Liverpool. At such a young age. He's got so many good footballers around him. He's not going to be the main man. I think at Tottenham, he could really nail down a place and do some good things with us. And everyone's talking about his attitude. I think Spurs need a bit of attitude in this team. I think we need a little bit of that. You know what I mean? I think we need some. I'm watching us the last 2 weeks. We look so nice. All the players are so nice. Brennan Johnson, you blow on him and he falls over. Kudus is the only one for me who's got a bit of that. He's strong. He's powerful. He'll push you away and
wants to have a fight sometimes.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Like people are going, I don't know, he had a fight with Van der Ven. I wouldn't want him. No, that's exactly why I want him. That's exactly why I want him. That little dude picked a fight with Van der Ven. I want that. I absolutely want that. Look, I'm not going to go forever. Yes. If Leeds get this bloke, I'm embarrassed. If Leeds get this bloke, I am absolutely embarrassed. And if Everton get Malik Fofana as well, I am embarrassed again. Hey, It is what it is. I don't think a lot of people watch players properly, by the way, Ben, because I see the way that some people are talking about people like Elliot, and I'm thinking, you've not watched him. What you're saying isn't what he is. I'll take him. I'm putting it out there right now. Go and get him. I like him. Just saying.
Indeed. It's just get players that give a bit. I've got no words. There are plenty of footballers that we can buy that can go straight into the team. Plenty of footballers. It's not like there aren't any footballers that are moving. It's World Cup year. Many footballers are going to want to take that step up to prove to their national teams, I can play at a big club in the Champions League. You should put me in your national team. Lots of players are looking for that. Lots of teams are looking for that. They want to be playing for their national teams. Harvey Elliott is one. He's going to think, I've just won the Euros, the under-21 Euros. How can I get into that England team? That's what he's going to be thinking. I want to be playing in the World Cup because every English player wants to be playing in the World Cup this year. He's going to be thinking, oh, if I can get game time at Spurs and I'm playing every week in the Champions League, Tuchel might even pick me. He might pick me. Who knows? Who knows? Oh.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'll tell you why I'm struggling to take you serious, Madsy. When you're saying I'm acting like we need 6 new attackers, I'm acting like we need at least 3. Right? As I said to you, Kudus, Kulu, Maddison. The rest, I don't care about. With Tottenham Hotspur, look at the players we've seen. I don't want to watch Brennan Johnsons and Tells and Solankis and Richarlisons and Brian Hills. If you do, that's up to you. I don't want to watch Odegaard. I'm looking at the clubs around us, like Villa, go and get Morgan Rogers, right? They got Morgan Rogers. We're getting Odegaards and Brennan Johnsons. The levels of football are mad, right? And secondly, I mean, this is what I mean. Like he said to Ash, "You're living in 2018 if you want Grealish as a starting left winger." Have you seen our left wing options, Madsy? How does Grealish not walk in and automatically be the best? Like, what? I don't know what we're doing here. I genuinely don't know what these fans are watching.
It's no doubt he's struggled the last couple of years, but this is going from Man City to Spurs isn't such a bad thing for someone like Drake. And let's face it, Doku is quality. Doku, as good as Grealish is, Doku's on another level to him. I think Grealish could do a job for Spurs if he's playing weekend. I think Grealish could do a job for Spurs. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll happily put my hands up and say, you know what? At least get him on loan, see if he works at the club, and then we can say option to buy or obligation to buy. Let's see if it works. I think Grealish could do a job for Spurs.
I think he's a cracking player. I think he offers something very different. He offers something. He offers what none of our wide men can do other than Kudus, and that's hold on to a football. You watch how many times the ball goes to Tell, ball goes to Johnson, ball goes to Odegaard. They lose it within seconds because everything they're trying to do is at 100 miles an hour. Grealish puts his foot on it, brings others into the game, wins free kicks, links up play,
earns fouls.
Earns fouls. Like, honestly, listen, I came to the conclusion a long time ago that Spurs fans are the craziest fan base in the world. The number of we watch Odegaard, we watch Tell, we watch these players, Werner, Hill, Solomon. We watch these players and then have the audacity to go, wouldn't want Elliott, wouldn't want Grealish. I'm like, what are we doing? Anyway, I'm going to do some super chats, Ben, and I'm going to leave it there. It's just a quick hour, this one. And I've got the Spurs review tonight at 8 p.m. Big up to Cryptics, who said Gyökeres, first hat-trick incoming next match. Oh, don't say that. It's written, isn't it? Gyökeres debut for Arsenal against Spurs. Oh, gosh. How embarrassing. Big up, Cryptics. Really appreciate that. Big up to Adam Hines. Said, check out the Morgan Gibbs White Sky Sports video. Hostage vibes. Oh, not half. Hostage vibes indeed. Indeed. Big up to you, Adam. Thank you. Cryptics coming again. It's Sava. We got Reece Nelson. for 50 million and he's yours. I don't. No, I saw he's going on loan, isn't he, to Fulham, maybe? Is it Fulham I saw? Big up to you. Yeah, we're definitely, it's the sort of stupid thing Spurs would do, but no, can't see it. Big up to you. Big up to Emma Morton. Super sticker as always. Big up to you, Emma. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you, Emma. Thanking you. Big up to SSJ. Says this week will tell me if we are serious or a joke. Sure. I've said this all window. This week will tell us. This week will tell us. So far, we're a joke. But yeah, I completely agree with you, my man. And then big up to TJ. Thank you very much, TJ. Said Inter broke a broke club getting players in and not us. TJ, I keep hearing that all of these clubs across Europe are broke and I'm seeing them all make signings. And I'm hearing that we're not broke at all and we're not. It's truly, truly embarrassing. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Listen, just say thank you very much for Ben for coming on. Please subscribe to Tottenham on Tour. Get these guys to 10,000. Thank you very much for helping me get to the 20. Really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, please do. The link is pinned in the chat and I've just chucked it in again now. We'll be back tonight with a good panel for 8 p.m. for the Spurs review. Much love. Actually, let me see who's streaming. Let me see who I can send you over to, or at least offer to send you over to. Live, where are we? Who do we think's live? Who's live? There's always someone live, isn't there? Customization, redirect, search videos. Too much of E. Let me send you. I'm going to send you over to Too Much of E. Give him a watch. Say Sava Raid when you get there and show some love as people start growing their channels like E. Big up to all of you. Take care. Say Sava Raid. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Leave you out.